So I made a video a couple days back, and it was talking about how I felt our troops had been sacrificed for Trump and Netanyahu with no given reason that is, panning out for them. And basically, our troops have been sacrificed, and over $1 billion now spent on this conflict. And I was pissed, and I still am, like every single day, about the way this administration and the Republican Party is going about this and doing this. And so that took off. And Preston Stewart, who, if you don't know, you should really go follow him. He talks about military stuff all the time. He does a great job of doing it. If you're new to TikTok or just haven't stumbled across him yet, Preston Stewart, please go find him. He's on several platforms, but he tipped me off and said, "Hey, I found something." And he found this picture on Iran Telegram. American soldiers are victims of Trump and Netanyahu, a U.S. veteran addressing the soldiers of this country. Trump and Netanyahu decided to sacrifice you for their own interests, not because Iran was on the verge of obtaining nuclear weapons, which it was not. You were killed 2 days after they said the negotiations were positive. And all of that is true. And that's what I said. What I want to make very clear, though, is I am very happy Khomeini and a lot of senior leadership are dead in Iran for what they have done to the Iranian people, what they have done to protesters. I am very happy, and I am glad they are no longer on this earth because they were evil human beings who did a lot to the citizens of their country, like some leaders in other countries. And at the same time, I can hold a strong animosity towards Trump and Netanyahu for the way that they have gone about this. They have not given a reason for this. Negotiations were positive. There was no nuke coming down the line. There was no super ballistic missile that was going to hit the United States coming down the line. Iran was not going to attack. And all of these are verified by U.S. intel sources. And so they chose to do that, in my opinion, to distract from their legal troubles at home and for profit and potential use of Iranian lands and a pro-Western government to make a ton of money in oil and gas. And I honestly believe that too. I think there are ways we could have helped the Iranian people remove that regime without doing this off the cuff like we did, without Congress being involved, the people of the United States being told what was going to happen, without allies being a part of this operation, and without it now turning into a ever increasing, ever expanding conflict, which is what's happening in several countries now. We could have done better with better leadership. And I feel that just as strongly as I feel, that Khomeini not being here is a massive benefit to that country. And I'm glad he's not here and his senior leaders. I can hold both those things. And for me, both of those things are 100%. So whoever put that out on Iran Telegram, if the intent was for me to say that, the strikes were, to kill Khomeini, were in some way bad. Khomeini being gone is not bad. I'm glad he's gone. It's the way we did it. The way we did it, which is exposing countless civilian lives to death and destruction that didn't need to happen. If we had been smarter about this, we could have helped protesters earlier with possibly unified support instead of being stuck off the coast of Venezuela as 36,000 plus protesters in the biggest uprising in this regime's history was taking place. And we were out of position because of the current president of the United States and the Republican Party. And I'm going to hold them accountable for that and for every death that comes down the line because we did it in a shitty manner, haphazard. with no justification for the American people who run this country and vote to have people in power. That it was a betrayal. That was a betrayal. And it was a betrayal of the military as well. So I am glad Khomeini is gone. And I am pissed about the way that we did this and the lives we have sacrificed so far, and all the lives down the line that are going to be sacrificed because of this, because of Netanyahu and Trump trying to stay out of jail and distract people and maybe pull in some profit.